What's going on, you little rats? Today, I'm bringing you a banger Rust solo base design. Now, without further ado, let's take a look. With this Rust solo base design, you'll feel safe with the numerous respawns. It also comes with a bunker to protect your hard-earned loot. You can even use the vending machine on the roof to send loot home from outpost. That's pretty OP. Why is that in the game? Starter base is strong enough to tank up to 23 rockets in its early stages, making it an absolute beast. Anyways, those are just a few of my favorite features about this Rust solo base design. There's even more I want to show you in the tour. Now let's jump right in. Hello gentlemen, thank you for accompanying me on a tour of this Rust solo base design. So we got a second floor entrance and we use our foundation to get up there. And this floor frame is here because we have an entrance to the roof through a ladder hatch. There's one on each side of the base, so if you're getting chased, you can go to the other side of the base, hop up real quick, and then triple them, just like I do. Here we got a cheeky grenade trick. If you stick one to the bottom of the door, you can open it, and no more door camper. God, I fucking hate door campers, man. Heading through that double door will take us towards the core, but we'll check that out later. Going through this garage door will take you to a drop barrel and your jump up to the shooting floor. Going through this double door will take us to one set of our peaks. We got 4 sets of offset peaks on this base. These guys provide great angles down and around your base. Like with the peaks we've made, there's literally 0 blind spots around your base. It's freaking awesome. Over here, we've got some head glitch peaks. If anyone steps onto your territory and you can see them through this, they're f***ed. Heading through this garage door will take us to the roof entrance. You've also got 4 more drop barrels or just random storage. Opening both of these double doors will give you a little airlock so no one can get into your other shooting floor section or deeper into the base. Again, we have this covered area here as well with a bedroom, more offset peaks, and then of course a couple more head glitch peaks to cover the rest of your area. And of course we've got a little roof peak to cover this part that's not visible from your shooting floor. And if you die before you get your turrets up and someone's holding that garage door, you can use the grenade trick up here as well. They're fucked. You can also close the double doors through the garage, and then you can stick the grenade to kill them, but we'll let you figure that out yourselves when you're building this base. The roof comes with bedrooms, turrets, peaks, everything you need in a Rust roof. These peaks specifically are really nice because you can look back at your base, so if you're getting raided and there's a breach, you can cover it. And then up here we got some space for mixing tables so you can raid efficiently. And we also got a vending machine bunker. Got to open it from down here with a triangle roof. And like I said before, this will allow you to sell your loot to other players or just send loot back to yourself from outpost. Anyways, we'll head back downstairs, and going through the single door, we've got stairs blocking our path. This is our early game bunker. It's going to keep your loot safe on day 1 before you add all your doors. Also, if you're raiding through doors and you see this, I'd just be like, God, what the f***, you know? It'd be annoying. And that's what we want for raiders. Anyway, this is our main living area. It's pretty simple. Got the old battery behind the workbench. We got 6 boxes, electric furnaces, and then we got our drop down into the main core and more electric furnaces. But yeah, dropping down, pretty simple. It's literally just storage, furnaces, everything you need in your starter base. And then we got the TC bunker. The TC is behind the vending machine. I'll show you how it works in the tutorial, but here's a look at the upkeep. This is a true Rust solo base design, that's for sure. I know this all looks really wonky, but it's easy to build in a real wipe, so that's really what makes it good. All you have to do is shoot out the twig and your bunker is destroyed. Simple as that. You get access again. Close your bunker, place a twig, triangle right there, and then place a spiral triangle staircase with the post facing you. Upgrade, and your bunker will be shut. Taking a look at the build costs and upkeep, it's going to be about 15k stone, 23k metal, 221 high qual. The upkeep of the base is about 3500 stone, 3200 metal, and 35 high qual. That is dirt cheap for all the things you get out of this base. Before we get into the tutorial, I just want to talk about some more of the pros this base has to offer. Obviously the cheap build cost, the fast progression, strong starter, there's tons of storage, great peaks, and you can tailor it to your playstyle, meaning you can add a compound, a mini China wall, externals, whatever you want to add. If this still isn't your next Rust solo base design, stick around for the build tutorial to see how fast and easy it can be built. I've included a few tips and tricks that you usually don't get in other build videos, so make sure you stick around for those. At the end of the tutorial, we're also going to go over how to add some beefy externals to this bad boy to make it even more costly to raid. Now let's jump into the build. Alrighty you guys, let's get started with the build. You're going to start by placing a square and 2 triangles coming off the right and the left, and then you'll place full walls everywhere except the front door, which is a double door, and then half walls to the right of the double door. The half walls allow us to place the twig that holds up our bunker later. Anyways, make sure you upgrade all your walls, and then you can place a double door as your front door, and on the triangle to the left, we'll place a single door frame and upgrade that. Now try to place the TC exactly as far away from the doorway as I do. Placing it any closer will make it harder to reach your walls with your hammer to upgrade them later. Placing the TC this this way also ensures you'll be able to reach it through the vending machine. We'll use a single door here for convenient TC protection in the early game. As always, you can arrange your starter however you like, but this is how I do it.
Workbench, furnace, barrel, box, bag.
And there you go, that's everything you need to start your wipe. Next we'll head outside and make our jump up like this with one triangle. Upgrade that bad boy to stone and then put walls too high. Use a half wall here to place a shelf in your chute. Upgrade the shelf to whatever you got, and then you can get rid of the half wall and place a double door frame. Upgrading that to stone as well, of course. Fill the door frame in with a double door, and then you can use 2 furnaces as your jump up until you get a level 2 bench. Tier 1 benches don't work as jump ups anymore. The hitbox is just randomly different. Since our entrance is on the 2nd floor now, we'll need jump ups, so go ahead and make little jump ups like this, whether it's with a twig roof or just a half wall. I like to put 1 on each side so I have 2 ways up in case I'm getting chased. I usually live out of the starter just like this until I get like a tier 2 workbench, but since I don't have to farm scrap on a build server, I'm going to keep building. So the next step is to get rid of your jump up so you can add honeycomb there instead. We're going to add honeycomb around the entire starter except the chute, so go ahead and place some foundations. Once you've got all your foundations down, upgrade them to stone and then go up to the roof and start placing your walls. And of course, upgrade everything to stone once again. Of course, our entrance is still on the 2nd floor, meaning we need another jump up. So go over to the flat side of your base and place foundations, just like I do. Make sure that last one is a high foundation so you can use it to get up. If you can't jump to your foundation, just put another low foundation here for now, and that will be your new way up. Make sure you connect this foundation back to the base with a wall frame. It'll decay if you don't. You can make another bullshit jump up over here as well if you want. Now we're going to fill out the 2nd floor so you have more usable space within your base. Make sure you put your single door entrance to the right of the double door because that's the direction that the stair bunker is going to block. Place the front door opening outwards because it'll kind of conceal that there's a stair bunker behind the door. Once you get a tier 2, you can pick up these furnaces, and then some deployables ignore the cauldron. So like workbenches, for example, you can just place right on top of it like this. And of course, you cannot forget to place a small box underneath. In order to make this base as strong as it can be, we have to move everything around, so pick everything up except the barrel. If you don't have room in your singular barrel, you can start using the loot room on the top floor while you rearrange. We're going to squeeze a vending machine in the doorway in front of the TC, but we need to make sure that the walls behind it are HQM first. With default rust settings, you can't really reach behind the TC when it's placed like this, but with the help of a console command, you can upgrade those walls. Open up the console, type look, then click the look at radius command and change the value to 0.1. After you do this, you should be able to upgrade those walls behind the TC right to armored. The wall on the right is still kind of hard to reach, but if you put in the effort, you will be rewarded. But yeah, this little trick was popularized a few years ago. I haven't really heard anything about it since, but yeah, this will come in handy. But yeah, get all those walls upgraded. Make sure you do the door frame as well. Once they're all armored, you can grab a vending machine and then just slide that back in almost as far as it'll go. Just a quick disclaimer, it is possible for the vending machine to block your access to your TC. I think it's hilarious when that happens, but I know if you're a serious Rust player, you're not going to think it's too funny. If you followed closely to the video, you should be fine because I know how to do it. But every now and again, someone who doesn't practice fucks up their whole wipe and they come to my comments section and they say my base sucks. So I'm going to link you to a Game Lights video that'll show you how to do the vending machine trick. So if you mess this up, I better not see you in my comments section. I gave you the tools to succeed. But yeah, if you follow the video, you should be fine. But yeah, just place the vending machine in the doorway almost as far back as it'll go, and then you should be able to reach your TC through it. You have to be like right on the side of it to reach it, so we'll have to get rid of this double door, and then you can squeeze on in here and boom. Your TC is now protected by a 10 rocket box. Anyways, to finish up the rest of the starter, put a single door here with a door opening outwards, and then add a garage door to strengthen your jump up. From here on out, you can put up your bunker whenever you need to. As long as the single door on the 2nd floor is up, then it will block the doorway. You can fit 4 of these vertical barrels inside the starter. When you place them, just keep in mind they have a square hitbox. You can place a furnace next to the vending machine and then a bag right here, and a furnace behind the bag as well. As far as upgrades go, you want everything around the TC to be HQM, and then you want the rest of the starter to be metal at least. Jump up to the 2nd floor, also want to be metal. I'd recommend making it HQM, but we'll get to that later. And then, I can't reach this triangle, whatever will I do? Make sure you change this value back to 0.2 so you can actually reach specific items in your base. Next, we'll start working on the 2nd floor. Doesn't really matter when you do this, but you want it all to be metal. And you can arrange this room however you want. I'm going to do it how I did in the tour. And then just a quick side note, this railing side of the stairs will clip through deployables without breaking them, but when you break the stairs, the opposite side of the stairs will break your deployables. So the box is broken, so you can't really put deployables in there. but everything inside will be fine. I forgot to add earlier that the ceilings of the starter should be high quality metal. We also want all of our honeycomb around the first floor to be sheet metal. Now that we've gotten these upgrades out of the way, we can continue expanding the base. We're going to work on the mobility up to the shooting floor here. Next to this window, place a half wall, then a full wall. We do this so we can fit a chute and our offset peaks in the same room. In this corner here, place a full wall, then a window on top, then another half wall on the left side. Place a half height triangle down here for your jump up, and then place 2 more triangles. Next, add a door frame, and then we'll seal this room off with a window, triangle, and a door. Add 2 more door frames below, and then fill the slots with their deployables. Make sure this double door opens outward so you can abuse the grenades. Because of the bunker, the only spot we can place deployables is in this corner, so we can place a storage barrel here without it breaking. Now we're going to add the foundations for the shooting floor. Start by adding another high foundation off of your jump up. Head around to the flat side of your base and add 3 foundations. The one in the middle can be metal. And then on each side, build 2 low foundations, followed by 2 high. Upgrade the high foundations to metal while getting rid of the twig ones. And then go ahead and do the same exact thing you did, but on the other side. 2 high metal foundations, get rid of the twig. And then we'll head around to the other side and do the exact same thing. Go to the flat side, add 3 foundations. The middle one can be metal, the others can be stone. And then we'll go 2 low and 2 high. And once again, upgrade them to metal. Now on each foundation, add wall frames 2 high, just like I do. And then on the low foundations, you can upgrade the middle set of frames to metal because they're going to hold up a shooting floor peak. And the other ones can be stone. And then on these high foundations, I just like them all metal because they hold up a lot. They hold up our bedrooms, our peaks. And then yeah, again over here, the sides are stone, the middle is metal. Might have to add some foundations to get up. Not a big deal. Once you're done upgrading, we can head up to the roof to start on the shooting floor. On the side with your roof access, you might not be able to place the square just yet. Any wall building blocks that are made out of stone that collide with that square will block it from being placed. So if you upgrade the 2 walls under it to metal, and these 2 wall frames, you should be able to place your square. Now that we've metaled up those wall pieces, it should fit, and it does. Before we do all our peaks, we have to make one last loot room. So we're going to add a bunch of half walls in the middle here. Honeycomb it with stone. And then we can do metal on the interior and the square. Leave an opening for a doorway on the side of your base that's next to the drop down to the 2nd floor. Now it's time to fill in our offsets so we can place a square right there. Then we'll head over to these triangles and we'll place a triangle frame for a ladder hatch and then just a regular triangle. Do the same thing over here. And then in the back, we'll place a square and we'll make it metal because it's a bedroom. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side of the base. Then we'll start with these hexagon sections. Just do windows where I do and walls where I do. Fill in the top with triangles, of course. And for now, you can upgrade everything to stone. And on the side opposite to your jump up, you'll add a single door for the roof peak. And then go ahead over to the drop down side. Walls here, window here, wall here, window here. And plug it up with triangles. And add a low door frame here. And then if you have the DLC, you can do 4 barrels in here. I like this loot room, it's sneaky, it's out of the way. It could get missed. Place a garage door to protect your loot. Then head out here and build your roof entrance. If you want a way to look outside, you can put a low wall there, but honestly, it's not that good of a peak. I'll just do a half wall. And then place 2 double doors opening inwards for an airlock. And then a single door for the roof peak. I'd recommend putting glass windows on these to get your turrets up. Kind of easy for grubs to camp. Use vertical here and then horizontal here to get those head glitch angles. And then do the same thing over on the other side. And with that, we're done with the interior section of the shooting floor, so now we'll just work on the roof. Start in this hexagon section and add walls and windows where I do. We're going to go around in a circle, and you'll notice it's the same on both sides. All the twig we just added can be upgraded right to stone, so this part is very easy. Next, we just need to kit up the bedrooms like I do. Place a backwards embrasure here for a tighter angle. Then we can use a wooden frame to give yourselves a little head glitch. You can use the bed to jump on top of the locker, and then you get a nasty little angle going that way. And once again, we'll do the same thing on the other side. And if you're going to do a metal vending machine bunker, just metal this part up so that way it doesn't have anything weak underneath it. Place a wall and then place a vending machine flat against the wall. Place your windmills above your bedrooms. Once you have power, your turrets can go right here on these triangles. Place your mixing tables under the turrets. Then metal up as much of the roof as you can. And that's just about it for the normal base, guys. I hope you guys are going to build the base. Let me know if you do. Now let's jump into some bonus content. First step to beef it up, I would recommend upgrading the chute to HQM if you can afford it. A lot of people are scared to put exposed HQM, but it makes your base stronger, so if you live next to a mountain and people keep shooting down at your base, you can put wooden low walls in front of your windows to block some of the angles. This makes it so they can only see you if they get close. To easily add an external TC to the base, build out 6 squares, making sure you delete the first one, and then cap off the build out with 3 triangles. Add a TC pod, sit off by a single door. Partially wall off the second triangle, leaving one of the walls twig. Then build a freehand bunker out front. Get rid of the twig wall and add an extra triangle. Wall it off completely except for the front, leaving room for a doorway. Plug the doorway with a vending machine so you can sell loot to noobs. Throw an extra battery and a couple barrels in there. Build back close to your base with a triangle. Wall off the triangle with half walls facing the external. Connect the triangle back to the external with floor frames. Disconnect with twig roof if you need to replace the main TC.